Intel Core i9-15900K mysteriously appears on Geekbench, delivers underwhelming single and multi-core scores. Intel's supposed 15th Gen flagship CPU appears on Geekbench with the exact core, thread count as the 14900K, likely to be a misidentified engineering sample. Core i9-15900K benchmarked in Geekbench 6.4 scores just 2,279 points in single and 11,690 in multi-core tests. If you were waiting for an actual successor to the Core i9-14900K, the Core i9-15900K is here. There is no need to keep your hopes up for now, as it appears that the Core i9-15900K might be an early engineering sample, which seems to be misidentified in Geekbench. It's likely a Core i9-14900K, which would have existed in the pre-production versions. As Intel tests its chips multiple times before launch, sometimes it's possible that some of the chips are designated different model numbers. However, it's also possible for the benchmarking database to mislabel such early samples. We can see that the 15900K shares most of the specs with the 14900K. This includes 24 cores and 32 threads, and also the L2 and L3 cache of 8 MB and 36 MB, respectively. The socket is also the same, that is, LGA 1700, therefore, it's likely a mislabeled 14900K, which the identifier indicates as well. Both Raptor Lake and Raptor Lake Refresh chips have the genuine Intel Family 6 Model 183 Stepping 1 identifier. And we all know that the actual 15th Gen Intel processors, that is, Arrow Lake chips, have the genuine Intel Family 6 Model 198 Stepping 2 identifier. Nonetheless, it's interesting to see the 15900K's benchmarks, which reveal quite underwhelming performance in Geekbench. The single and multi-core scores, 2,279 and 11,690 points, respectively, are significantly lower than those of the 14900K, and we can see that the mention frequencies are also much lower. The base clock is just 800 MHz, and the boost is 4.8 GHz. The 14900K brings a P-core boost of 5.8 GHz and scores nearly 3,000 points in single and 20,000 points in multi-core tests in Geekbench 6. The processor was tested on a B760 motherboard from a Chinese company called Zhinayu. This is the Zhinayu B760 iSnowDream motherboard, boasting the ITX form factor and LGA 1700 socket. That's all you have to know about this benchmark. So, do not have high hopes of seeing another Intel processor series right now, as Intel isn't going to launch the so-called 15,000 family, which, in fact, is the Core Ultra Series 2.